What if I told you that every rejection you faced is actually a stepping stone to the greatest opportunity of your life? That's right. While society pushes you to seek approval, the real power lies in embracing and mastering rejection. Today, we're uncovering 13 game-changing lessons every man needs to flip the script on rejection, especially in relationships. By the end of this video, you'll see rejection as your greatest weapon, not your weakness. Are you ready to confront the truth? Drop a comment below saying rejection is power if you're committed to transforming your perspective and watching this video to the very end. Many men struggle with rejection, whether it's being ghosted, ignored, or outright turned down. It can leave you feeling powerless and questioning your self-worth. But here's the truth. Every rejection is a chance to forge unbreakable strength. And trust me, don't even think about skipping a second of this video. I've reserved the most powerful lesson for a surprise bonus at the end. You won't want to miss it. This could be the turning point that helps you thrive in the face of rejection instead of staying stuck. So, let's dive in. Number 1. Ignore them too. When someone rejects you, your instinct might be to chase after them, to prove your worth and show that they made a mistake. But here's the hard truth. Pursuing someone who has rejected you is one of the quickest ways to lose your self-respect. Whether it's a woman, a boss, or a friend, if someone pushes you away, your response should be straightforward. Ignore them too. Sounds harsh, right? But it's not. Attention is a currency, and the more you give to someone who has rejected you, the more you devalue yourself. You need to demonstrate that you don't need their approval. That's the true power play. So why is ignoring them so effective? It flips the power dynamic. When someone rejects you, they often expect a reaction. They crave the validation that comes from knowing you care. They get an ego boost from seeing you hurt. But when you flip the script and act like their rejection doesn't matter, it messes with their mind. Suddenly they start questioning their decision. They wonder, why didn't he chase me? Or did I make a mistake? In today's dating world, especially with apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Instagram, rejection is more public and prevalent than ever. You send a message and get left on read, or you go on a date and get ghosted. This has become the new normal. What many men fail to realize is that women are inundated with attention. Their DMs are overflowing, matches are piling up, and likes are flooding in. In this context, your attention becomes cheap, but when you pull back and stop giving them what they're used to, you become a rarity. And in a world of abundance, rarity is power. So here's your strategy. The next time she leaves you on read, ghosts you, or rejects your advances, don't text her, don't call her, and certainly don't stalk her on Instagram. Just go silent. Focus on your life, your grind, and your goals. You have bigger things to worry about than someone who can't see your value. By ignoring her, you're not just protecting your dignity, you're putting the ball back in her court. And guess what? Most of the time, she'll be the one coming back, wondering why you suddenly disappeared. But by then, you'll be so focused on leveling up that you won't even care. Number 2, don't react emotionally. Rejection can feel brutal. It triggers that primal part of your brain that screams, "I'm not good enough." You might find yourself engulfed in anger, frustration, or even desperation, wanting to react and prove your worth. But listen closely. This is where many men go wrong. The moment you react emotionally, you lose your power. That emotional outburst, the pleading text, the angry rant, they only serve to show the person who rejected you that their rejection holds control over you. And that, my friend, is the last thing you want to convey. Here's the truth. Emotional control is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. Women are biologically wired to test men's emotional resilience. When they reject you, they're assessing how you handle it. Do you crumble? Do you beg for attention? Or do you remain cool, calm, and collected? The men who maintain their composure in the face of rejection are the ones who truly stand out. They're the ones women remember because they demonstrate a strength that most men lack: inner strength. When you react emotionally, you inadvertently feed the other person's ego. You signal that they have power over you, whether it's a woman who turned you down after a date, a friend who ghosted you, or a boss who overlooked you for a promotion. Here's the kicker. The more you react, the more they'll pull away. Each emotional outburst tightens the leash they have on you. So next time you encounter rejection, whether in dating, work, or life, take a deep breath. Feel the emotions, but don't act on them. Allow the storm to pass. Once you've calmed down, make a rational decision. Do you really want to give someone who rejected you the power to control your emotions, or will you reclaim that control and rise above it? Here's a simple exercise. When you feel the urge to react emotionally, count to 10, then count to 10 again. Keep counting until the urge passes. Once you're in control, make your next move from a place of strength, not desperation. Number 3, remove them from your mind. Most men are prisoners of their own thoughts. When you face rejection, it's easy to become consumed by that person. You replay every moment in your mind, wondering what you could have changed if you had said something different, worn another outfit, or told a better joke. But let me be clear, overthinking is the enemy of confidence. Every time you dwell on someone who turned you down, you give them power. You allow them to occupy mental space that should belong to you. Here's the truth about high-value men. They don't waste their mental energy on those who don't appreciate them. When rejected, they simply shrug it off and move on. Why? Because they recognize that their mental energy is their greatest asset. They refuse to waste it on endless analysis or obsession over people who don't deserve it. Instead, they focus on themselves, their goals, and their purpose, making them unstoppable. The issue with overthinking is that it keeps you stuck. You find yourself looking backward, trying to figure out what went wrong. But here's the reality. You didn't do anything wrong. That person simply wasn't the right fit, whether it was the timing or their inability to see your worth. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. The more time you spend ruminating over them, the less time you invest in your own growth. And that's the real tragedy. So, how do you break free from the grip of rejection? Redirect your focus. Whenever they creep into your thoughts, consciously shift your attention to something else, your work, your fitness, or a new project. Don't let them hijack your mental space. Instead, use that energy to invest in yourself. The next time you catch yourself obsessing over someone who rejected you, pause. Go for a run, hit the gym, or immerse yourself in a new book. Do something that takes your mind off them and shifts the focus back where it belongs, on you. Number 4, demonstrate your value. Here's a cold, hard truth. People value what they can't have. When someone rejects you, it's their way of saying that, in their eyes, you aren't valuable enough. Brutal, right? But here's where most men go wrong. They take that rejection as a permanent statement of their worth. They think that just because one person didn't see their value, no one else will. Let me stop you right there. Your value isn't determined by someone else's opinion. Just because one person didn't recognize it doesn't mean it's not there. The best way to show them and yourself that you're valuable is to demonstrate it. What really gets under the skin of someone who rejected you? Watching you succeed, watching you thrive without them. When they see you leveling up, hitting your goals, and living your best life, it'll hit them where it hurts. Suddenly, they'll realize they missed out on something great. And here's the best part. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. Their opinion doesn't matter anymore because you've proven to yourself that you're valuable with or without their approval. Let's be clear. Success is the best revenge. Not because you want to get back at them, but because it proves to yourself that you're more than what they thought. When you focus on your growth, your success, and your goals, you become untouchable. People start to notice. They realize that you're not the same person they rejected. You've evolved. So, the next time someone rejects you, don't waste time trying to win them back. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Start a new fitness routine, dive into your career, or pick up a new skill. Whatever you do it for you. When you start seeing results and notice how much you've grown, you'll realize that their rejection was the best thing that ever happened to you. It pushed you to prove just how valuable you really are. Number 5, cut off contact. Let's set the record straight. Cutting off contact is the ultimate power move after a rejection. When someone says no, your first instinct might be to keep the lines of communication open, hoping they'll change their mind. But that's a mistake. Maintaining contact is the quickest way to lose your self-respect. By staying in touch, You give them the freedom to come and go as they please, keeping you in their back pocket as a backup option. You deserve better than that. The moment someone rejects you, the response should be straightforward. Cut them off. This isn't about being petty or playing games. It's about reclaiming control over your life. Once someone rejects you, they lose the right to access your world. They shouldn't get to witness your successes, your struggles, or your growth. You're building a wall of self-respect, and they're on the outside. Here's the psychology behind it. When you cut off contact, you create an air of mystery. And mystery is powerful. When they can't see what you're up to, they start to wonder and question their decision. That's when the tables begin to turn. Most people think that staying in contact will keep the door open for a second chance. But the harsh reality is that the more you stay connected, the less valuable you become in their eyes. You're essentially telling them that their rejection didn't matter and that you're still available whenever they want. That's the fastest route to losing your self-worth. So the next time you face rejection, resist the urge to text, call, or even stalk their social media. Cut them off completely. Block them if necessary. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about safeguarding your mental and emotional well-being. By severing ties, you signal that you value yourself too much to be someone's backup plan. And trust me, when they see you've moved on without them, it'll mess with their mind far more than any words ever could. Number 6, prove them wrong. Let me share a truth that many people overlook. Rejection can be the best motivation you'll ever receive. When someone doubts you, walks away, or ghosts you, they're not just rejecting who you are. They're underestimating your potential. That's the fuel you need to elevate yourself. Proving them wrong isn't about them. It's about discovering your own capabilities. You're not just shattering their expectations. You're breaking through the limitations they tried to impose on you. The reality is this: when they rejected you, they failed to see your true worth. But you, my friend, are ready to turn that rejection into a powerful force for success. Whether it's in your career, fitness journey, or relationships, you'll rise far above their doubts, leaving them to wonder how they ever underestimated you. Here's the key: don't strive to win them back or make them regret their decision. Do this for yourself. Once you start thriving, their opinions will fade into the background, and that's when they'll truly take notice. Set a personal goal that scares you, something ambitious and transformative. Whether it's getting in the best shape of your life, landing your dream job, or mastering a new skill, let your achievements speak for themselves. When they see you flourishing without them, they'll likely regret their doubts, but by then, you'll be too busy enjoying your life to care. Number 7, go out and have fun. Listen closely. You faced rejection, and I know it hurts, but here's what you won't do. You won't sit around wallowing in self-pity. You won't overthink every detail or waste your nights scrolling through their Instagram, wondering if they're happier without you. Instead, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to get out there and have the time of your life. You're going to live in a way that shows the world, and more importantly yourself, that their rejection hasn't broken you. It's made you stronger. Here's why this matters. When you start having fun and living with joy and passion, something incredible happens. Not only do you feel better about yourself, but those who rejected you start to take notice. They begin to wonder if they made a mistake. Why? Because nothing is more attractive than someone who is genuinely enjoying their life. People are drawn to positivity and confidence. So while they're sitting there thinking you're heartbroken over them, you'll be out there living it up, and that will mess with their heads more than anything else. Next weekend, make plans. Call up your friends, explore that new spot in town, or try something you've never done before. Go out, meet new people, and, most importantly, have fun. Document your adventures and post them on social media. Not to rub it in their face, but to remind yourself that you're living your best life without them. Number 8, build your social status. Here's a hard truth that many are reluctant to face. Your value in the dating game is closely tied to your social status. The higher your social value, the more attractive you become. It's not just about looks or charm, it's about influence. High-value men don't seek approval because they don't need to. They naturally attract attention and respect due to the circles they move in, the value they provide, and the lives they lead. If you want to rise above rejection, start building your social status. Position yourself as a man of value, someone with influence. This means elevating every aspect of your life, your career, your network, and your lifestyle. When you cultivate a reputation for being successful, driven, and respected, you won't have to chase women. They'll be drawn to you because they recognize you as a man who's going places. Let's talk relationships for a moment. Women are inherently attracted to men who are leaders, those who command respect and attention. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the one everyone wants to be around because you have something valuable to offer. Whether it's your wisdom, ambition, or presence, women gravitate toward men who elevate them, and that's the kind of man you're going to become. Start investing in yourself and your social circle. Join groups, clubs, or organizations where you can meet other driven, successful individuals. Focus on networking and building connections that will elevate your life, whether in business, hobbies, or social settings. Surround yourself with high-value individuals. Your social status is your calling card, so ensure it reflects the man you are becoming. Number 9, act like they don't exist. Want to know one of the most powerful moves you can make after being rejected? Act like they don't even exist. That's right. Cut them out of your mind, your thoughts, and your life entirely. Don't give them a second thought. Here's why this works. People are naturally drawn to what they can't have. When you stop acknowledging their existence, you become a mystery. And what's more intriguing than a man who appears completely unaffected by rejection? Nothing. The moment you stop caring about their opinion is when you reclaim your power. It shows that their rejection doesn't define you, nor does it dictate how you live your life. Imagine running into someone who rejected you. Instead of going out of your way to engage with them or acknowledge their presence, you continue living your life as if they're invisible. Trust me, that will mess with their head far more than any confrontation or awkward conversation ever could. But here's the key. This isn't about playing games or being petty. It's about reclaiming your energy and focus. It's about showing yourself that you don't need anyone's validation to feel worthy. When you act like they don't exist, you're not being cold, you're being in control. You're making it clear that your happiness and success are independent of their opinion. So the next time you see someone who rejected you, don't go out of your way to acknowledge them. Don't seek their approval or validation. Just keep living your life as if they never mattered. You'll be amazed at how much power that gives you and how much it will leave them second-guessing their decision. Number 10, give them the silent treatment. The silent treatment is your new superpower. Let's get one thing straight. The silent treatment isn't about ghosting or playing mind games. It's a powerful tool for protecting your peace and regaining control over your emotional energy. Here's the reality. When someone rejects you, especially in today's hyper-connected world, the temptation to seek closure is strong. You might want to reach out, ask for explanations, or try to fix things. But let me stop you right there. The most powerful thing you can do? Embrace silence. Silence isn't a sign of weakness. It's the ultimate expression of strength. When you stop responding, stop engaging, and stop seeking validation from someone who has rejected you, you reclaim your power. And here's the kicker. They will notice. They'll wonder why you haven't reached out, why you aren't begging for their attention. That silence, it will gnaw at them far more than any argument or explanation ever could. Think about it. When was the last time silence drove you absolutely crazy? When someone who was always there suddenly went quiet, didn't it feel unsettling? That's exactly what you're going to do. Give them the silent treatment, not to manipulate them, but to protect yourself. You deserve your peace, and they no longer deserve the privilege of your attention. So, the next time someone rejects you or ghosts you, don't reach out. Don't try to fix things. Let them sit in the silence. Focus on your own life and let your silence be your answer. It'll drive them mad, and meanwhile, you'll be leveling up in every area of your life. Number 11, don't beg for attention. You've heard it before, and I'll say it again. Never beg for attention. In today's world, many people, especially women, expect men to chase them endlessly. Think about it for a moment. When you beg for attention, you're signaling that your worth hinges on how others validate you. This broadcasts insecurity, and nothing is more off-putting than a man who lacks self-respect. Here's the hard truth. Begging strips you of your high-value status and puts you in the realm of the needy, desperate, and powerless. Women can sense desperation from a mile away. The moment you stop begging for attention, you reclaim your power. Shift your focus away from seeking validation and invest in your own growth and life. The next time you feel the urge to seek someone's attention, remind yourself, you are the prize. They should be seeking your attention, not the other way around. If someone isn't giving you the respect and attention you deserve, consider cutting them off. Silence can be your strongest ally. If they don't appreciate you, they simply don't deserve you. End of story. Number 12. Never reveal your struggle. Rejection is tough, but never reveal your struggle. The worst thing you can do is wear your pain on your sleeve. Why? Because when you expose your struggles, you're giving others power over you. You're showing them that they can affect your emotions, your life, and your mood. And let's be honest, not everyone deserves that kind of influence. The reality is this: revealing your struggles doesn't elicit sympathy. It often portrays you as weak. You might think that opening up and showing vulnerability will make others care, but in the dating world, vulnerability is usually perceived as a weakness, not a strength. So what's the key? Keep your pain to yourself. Let your struggles fuel your growth rather than break you. Use them as tools for self-improvement, but never let anyone witness you crumble. If you're dealing with the aftermath of rejection, handle it privately. Don't post about it on social media, and don't text them expressing how much you miss them. Maintain your composure and let the world see your strength. Trust me, nothing makes people regret their decisions more than seeing you unfazed. Congratulations! If you've made it this far, you've unlocked the last lesson. And trust me, this one is the most powerful of them all. Rejection is redirection. Let that sink in for a moment. Every time you face rejection, whether in relationships, your career, or life in general, it's not a failure. It's the universe guiding you towards something better. Think about it. How many times have you looked back on a situation or a person you desperately wanted, only to realize, wow, I really dodged a bullet there? That's redirection at work. Rejection is the universe's way of saying, hey, this isn't the path for you. I have something better in store. The challenge is that many people are so blinded by the immediate pain of rejection that they fail to see the bigger picture. They cling to what's lost instead of embracing what's coming. But if you can shift your mindset and view every rejection as a stepping stone to something greater, you become unstoppable. You reclaim control over your life. The next time you experience rejection, pause and remind yourself, this isn't rejection, it's redirection. Then start looking for the new opportunities this rejection has opened up for you. Maybe it's a new relationship, a new job, or even a new version of yourself. Whatever it is, it's bound to be better than what you left behind. Conclusion: turning rejection into your greatest power. Rejection isn't your enemy anymore, it's your greatest ally. With these powerful Stoic lessons, you'll flip the narrative on rejection, transforming it into a tool for strength, confidence, and unstoppable resilience. Remember, every no you encounter is just a stepping stone towards something greater. You have the tools, now it's time to put them into action. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Are you ready to turn rejection into your greatest strength? Drop a comment below and share how you plan to apply these powerful lessons in your life. If you found value in this video, support the channel by joining our memberships or simply hitting that subscribe button. Either way, you help us keep creating quality content and make it possible for YouTube to recommend this video to more men out there. Thanks for watching.